Welcome to Honeymoon Island. Honeymoon Island is a state park in Dunedin, Florida with tons to do. Right behind me you have these beautiful views from the nature center, but there's also beautiful beaches, trails that you can hike, ride your bike, there's a ferry to Caladesi Island, wildlife, and so much more. So we're going to show you everything there is to do on this beautiful island on this beautiful day in Florida. There is only one road in and out of Honeymoon Island, so that is what you will take to get to the island. This is it right here. It's the Dunedin Causeway, so you can see there's a little sidewalk for walking right along the water, as well as plenty of parking spots, even though the day that we were there it was really busy. So you can definitely pull over here, park for the day, kayak, swim, walk, do kind of whatever you would like. There are kayak rentals here as well, and so this is before the island, so there's no entrance fee. It's completely free to park here before you get to the island. But if you're like us and you want to enter Honeymoon Island, you'll just keep driving until you hit those pay stations where you pay a small entrance fee to enter Honeymoon Island. Our first stop was the Nature Center. You can learn more about the history of the island as well as wildlife that you might see on your visit. It's also a gift shop if you'd like to buy a souvenir. We also really thought the views from the two-story building were stunning, and that was kind of our favorite part of visiting the Nature Center. There's also a short trail that you can take that's right outside of the center. It's a 1/4 mile trail. We did not walk on that trail on this visit because we did one of the bigger ones, but I've heard that it's beautiful and kind of a good way to learn even more about the history of the island. They also have a small garden full of native plants that we did check out, which was pretty cool.
Trail. It's a mile all the way down to the end where the eagle's nest is, what the guy said, which is just like a big lookout, I think. But yeah, so you can make this walk as long as you want. You can take, there's like little shortcuts here that you can cut through and come back on, and they mark it's like 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, whatever. So you can do this whole thing in 2 miles, or you can just do like half a mile and just make it a full mile walk.
Perfect. We don't know what we're going to do yet, I don't think.
Parking's here.
Where we are.
Where we are.
And there are restrooms.
And there are restrooms. Bam, over there.
It's blocking it, but there are restrooms at the trailhead and at the trailhead only, but that's nice. And then there's a playground right there too.
Yeah.
So that's where you park. If you're interested in a guided trail walk, those are available. They're really well advertised. We saw the signs right away when we were waiting to pay to enter Honeymoon Island, and there were also signs throughout the park as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, it'll be really easy to grab that information about what time and where to meet.
I feel like I'm in a cage. The walls, they keep closing in. I need a place where I can breathe. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me swim deep, find a better way. Something to light up a spark again. So lift me up to a higher state. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's time to say goodbye, leave it all in shoulders high. Need you to hold your breath, swim till you reach deeper and it's time to leave, it's time to break.
We did see a little bit of wildlife as well. This is an osprey, and we also saw a turtle. Alright, we are about halfway through our little hike here. So this trail is the Osprey Trail. You can walk, you can bike. It is a gorgeous trail. We keep stopping and just like taking it all in, especially this place that we're in. I'm gonna show you a 360 of it. I just feel like it's just gorgeous. One thing that I get asked a lot is, what's the best time of year to come here? And I am having Mitchell here with me because we found that we disagree on when the best time of year is to come here. So I think right now, it's late February right now, it's starting to warm up. The water's still a little bit chilly, but it's beautiful to be walking these trails, and you're not getting any bugs yet. Well, maybe not no bugs, but there's definitely not very many mosquitoes out like you're gonna get in the summer months. And it's not scorching hot. That's what I think the best time of year is to come here. But Mitchell disagrees, and so I thought we could both share our opinions and you can kind of decide for yourself.
I get the bug thing a bit. Like, that makes a ton of sense because I get destroyed by mosquitoes. But yeah, I mean, I think the best time is probably, because like right now you can get in the water, but it's like pretty cold. It's like, it's real cold. You can't just like hang out in the water or whatever. And it's super busy right now. Like, it's right, I mean, it's everywhere you want to go is huge lines, and the traffic on Gulf Boulevard's crazy pretty much all around us. So anyway,
Yeah,
at least if you're gonna have a busy, I want to be able to get in the water. I'd say probably around like April or May, maybe April, right before, the school gets out in May, right?
Yeah, in
So,
June,
like,
depending on where.
Right, so I don't know, I think April, I think less people are vacationing. You still have all the snowbirds and everything here, so it's still gonna be pretty busy, but not nearly as busy as holiday weekends, and you can get in the water, so.
Yeah, this time of year you do fight with those spring break crowds, and I don't know that that's what we were fighting with traffic today. I don't think, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
it's
so either.
literally February.
I think it's so nice out
today.
too. It's like 70 some degrees. It's
so
beautiful
nice
out. You can be out here and you're not covered in sweat.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So anyway, I think he just admitted that this is the best time of year to be here.
Still a little busy, and you can't get in the water. What's the point? You gotta go to the beach, have those beach days.
I bet when we get to that beach, I bet you there's people in the water.
There's probably
But
like 5
they're not
in
Floridians.
the pool. Yeah.
Okay, I think we made a little bit of a mistake. This is what the path looks like when you cut through, like we showed you we did. It's not as pretty over here. I'll show you. It's pretty, but you saw where we were earlier, and it was so much prettier where we were. Also, this is sand, and it's kind of difficult to walk in. It's definitely difficult in a stroller, and this is our beach stroller. Mitchell's pushing it like a champ, but it's definitely not as easy as via trail where we came from. So if you want to take the trail down to the beach, don't try to cut through like we did. Unless we're missing something, I don't think that that is the best way to do it. We've been on this trail for a little while, so we turned around. We're gonna get back on the pretty like main trail and head back. So yeah, that's where we're at.
It's been pretty good though.
It's fun.
Overall, yeah, and it's not super, I mean, it's like, traffic to get in here was insane, and the trail is like completely empty. I mean, we passed like maybe 2 or 3 other groups, but I mean, we have this whole area to ourselves the whole time.
Yes.
And that's been nice. There's just so much you can see here though too.
Yeah.
And they have like little lookouts on this side of the trail. I know that it's not as pretty or whatever usually, but they have little peekaboo views of the water and stuff on this side. It's been pretty cool.
Absolutely. We're gonna have to come back and pause that thought. False alarm. We thought that was a turkey vulture. That's what it looks like from way back there.
As you can see now, that's a log. Sometimes logs are referred to as turkey vultures back in Iowa. That's what we used to call them.
here. See them?
Oh, little crab guy.
I thought I saw them running around, and then I thought, oh, maybe it's just the wind blowing leaves, but there's tons of them then. What I was saying before I got distracted by the turkey vulture log is that even though we didn't get to the end of the trail today, that's okay, because there's so much to do in Honeymoon Island that I personally think it's best to spend at least 2 days here if you want to do absolutely everything. We're not going to get to absolutely everything, so I think that's okay, and we'll come back and show you the whole trail sometime, but I think you got a really good idea of how beautiful the trails are here, and now we have something to look forward to next time. We're kind of at the end of the Osprey Trail, not literally, but as you can see behind me, it's blocked off. So you could keep going under normal circumstances, but they do block it off when there is a nest. So I'm gonna take you over there and show you the nest and the reason that it's blocked off. Leashed dogs are allowed on trails, and these two dogs made our day. They were humongous and so friendly. They are Leonberger dogs, which I had never heard of before we met these two. Okay, here is what we did. We parked here, went up here, went over here, and then we went like...
Yeah, we went past that second right turn.
Yeah, so we were really close.
Yeah.
And then it was so sandy with the stroller, we had to turn back around. So did we come out here? So we were up here and then turned around,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly, right.
Yeah, so we were up here and then turned back around and came back out here. So we were actually really close to the end and didn't even realize it, but that's okay. So the Pelican Cove Trail is pretty easy to walk if you don't have a stroller. It's not a big deal, but you can see here, this trail is just packed down. It's still bumpy in a stroller, but it's totally doable. But the deep sand that we showed you, that was kind of tough in a stroller. So just know that if you're coming with kids, it's tough to push them through that loose sand on the Pelican Cove Trail. Not only is the Osprey Trail easier to walk because it's more like packed down, it's prettier in my opinion. Look around me, this is beautiful. So I would recommend walking the Osprey Trail as long as you can if your goal is to get to the north end and get on that beach. And speaking of beaches, that is exactly where we headed to next, and they were very busy. Right next to each other. They almost could just be the same beach, but either way, both of them are absolutely packed. The North Beach has 0 parking, completely full. Oasis Beach has actually quite a bit of parking. You can see over here, there's quite a bit of room to park, but there's not a ton of room on the beach to spread out and be alone. You're gonna be right next to people. It's really busy, but again, it's a beautiful day here in Honeymoon Island. I can see why people are here. The sand at both of these beaches is gorgeous. Some of the other places in the island sometimes have more rocky type of beaches. So I know that these two, Oasis Beach and North Beach, are really popular for that reason, and we're definitely seeing that right now. Next up, we head to Main Beach, and here you can find Cafe Honeymoon, which has food, drinks, and beach supplies. You'll also find bike rentals and restrooms, and these restrooms have a pretty good view in my opinion. This just shows a little bit of what you can expect at Cafe Honeymoon. They also have simple food like burgers and fried fish that you can eat outside overlooking the water. It was not quite as busy at Main Beach, but there also wasn't as much room to spread out as there was on North Beach and Oasis Beach, so it doesn't look less busy necessarily, but there are significantly less people. Finally, we have South Beach, which was probably the least busy beach area. You can also see Caladesi Island from this beach, which is an island you can only get to by boat. You can kayak or take a boat. There's also a ferry that leaves from Honeymoon Island that will take you to Caladesi Island. So South Beach is located very close to the Pet Beach, which we did not make it to on this trip. At Honeymoon Island, dogs are allowed on the trails and also on the dog beach. They have to be on a leash at both locations. So South Beach also has a pavilion where you can order some simple food just like you can at Cafe Honeymoon. So this is another good spot to kind of anchor up or set up for the day. If you have plans to go to Honeymoon Island and this video was helpful, or if it inspired you to make plans to go to Honeymoon Island, it would mean a lot to us if you could hit that thumbs up button and or subscribe to our channel. As always, we'll see you next time. Mitch said, I figured out where we are.
Okay, the rough path we were on, I believe it to be Pelican Cove Trail.
I do too, and you know,
this sign here. But I didn't realize that that was a different trail. I thought we were walking on this inside loop.
oh, I thought we
But
were
really, we came in up this inside loop and then went over to Pelican Trail and walked that until now we're up here, probably at 0.7, a little past it, and we're at by this eagle's nest.
Oh, okay.
Which I believe.
So it looks like it's almost always blocked off then, given the fact that it has a permanent.
Yeah, thing. So yeah, here we are. We
so
found
to
this.
get to here, where did we? Okay, so we are where now?
We're like here. Right here. I believe to be because we just came in here.
Yeah, no, for
Because
sure.
this is 0.5, we walked past it, and then we kept walking down this side all the way up, and then we just cut over here. So we're probably like right.
Oh
in
yeah,
this
because
area.
we went out here. No.
Yeah, we went out. What do you have to say?
Just like walking in. So if we talk like
Yeah,
this,
I forget
can
the
you
color
see
of your
both of
phone.
us?
I
I
love
know,
the
isn't
color
it
of
pretty?
That is really cool.